Namaste parents and my dear students. First of all, let me wish you everybody a happy Yoga Day 2020. Hope everybody are safe back at home. So today myself and my colleagues are going to demonstrate you. In fact, they will guide you with certain yogic asanas. They will be basic level yogic asanas. Before that, I would like to request each and everybody to please make sure there is no obstructions around you, and please keep a bottle of water besides you so that you can just keep yourself hydrated throughout. Okay, so let me briefly tell you what are the things which we are going to perform today. We'll be starting with basic body joint openers from head to the toe, followed by a certain basic level yogic asanas. Then we'll go on to perform five times Surya Namaskar, ending up with Pranayama and Shavasana. So let's start with Sushma Vyayam first. We'll start with head. For that, keep your feet apart, a shoulder width apart, hands on your waist. You start with head, push your head behind, press it back, feel the stretch in your front, is anterior part of neck, cervical vertebra. Hold it for 3 seconds before we go in front. Slowly take your head in front. Touch it. Press your chin against the chest. Hold there for 3 seconds. We'll perform every movement 2 times. Go back again. Please keep your eyes open. Breathe in. When you're going back, please make sure you breathe in. Hold it for 3 seconds. Then change. Hold here. 1, 2, 3. Now slowly get in the center. Look straight. We'll go side by side now. Bend your head to your left shoulder first. Hold here. 1, 2, 3. Feel a nice stretch to your neck, side of the neck. Going on to right now. Right side now. 1, 2, 3. Please make sure you keep a smile on your face. 1, 2, and 3. Moving on to the other side for the last time. 1, 2, 3. Let's go further. We'll start with hands. Keep your hands in front, parallel to the floor, palms facing the ceiling here. Okay, you have to tap your shoulders, bending in your elbows, and then slowly taking it in front, extend it. Okay, when you're flexing your elbows, that is biceps, you have to exhale and front, inhale. You have to perform each movement 5 times. Slowly pace it up. The last time, exhale and inhale. Maintaining this position at the shoulder level. Keep your fingertips on your shoulder, bending in your elbows. We'll go for shoulder rotation. Touch your elbows in front. Exhale. Opening your chest wide. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 5 times front. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. For the last time, exhale. Feel some nice stretch to your shoulders and chest. Reverse. Exhale. Inhale. Feel the stretch in your shoulders, chest, back. And just relax. 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Moving down to hip rotation. Keep yourself balanced on both the feet. Hold same way. Hold your hip here. Push your hip in front. Moving on to left, we'll go for 360-degree rotations here. When you're going in front, inhale, going back, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 5 times to your left. Inhale, feel some nice stretch to your thigh muscle, lower back, some bit of upper back, arm. Okay, perfect. Okay, we'll go to the right side now. 1. Exhale, behind, inhale, front. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think everybody are doing it nicely. Moving on to next, you have to just keep your feet bit more wider than the shoulder width. Same way, either you can just hold your hip here or keep it floating in the air by the side. You have to hit your right heel to your right buttocks and left heel to your left buttock. Let's see how to go on with this. Hit here hard here, feel the stretch in your front, that is quadriceps here, the 2. When you're kicking your buttocks, you have to exhale. When you're extending your feet, you have to inhale. 3. Yes, perfect. Nice. 4. and 5. Same way, keep your feet now shoulder width apart, hands in line with your hips here, palms facing down. You will slowly raise your leg up like this, right leg up 90 degree and place it down. Keep moving like this. 1, here, 2. Please make sure when you are lifting your leg, you have to exhale, and when you are lowering your leg, you have to inhale. Slowly pace it up. Exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6. Space up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 13, 14, 15. Well done, guys. I hope everybody are liking these exercises. Everybody are enjoying it. So let's move further. Okay, we'll move down to some bit of ankle rotations here. Lift your right leg above the floor. Go for clockwise rotations. 1, 2, 3, 5 times to your right. 4 and 5. Change the direction. Left side now. Anti-clockwise. 3, 4 and 5. Perfect. Now we'll move on to the left leg. Anti-clockwise first. 1, 2. You can adopt any side, like right side first or left. It doesn't matter. 3, 4 and 5. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Okay. We'll move further to the last exercise for today. That is Chakki Chalanasana. Okay. So here what you need to do is you interlock your fingers together. Keep your back erect, leg straight, fingers of the feet facing the ceiling. Here, what you need to do is you have to go in a circular motion here. First, you have to start from right, exhale, and you reach in front. You have to exhale, coming back, and you have to inhale, going down. You have to exhale. First time you have to go with your right, that is clockwise, then anti-clockwise. You can do like according to your capacity. You can take 5 right, 5 left, or 10 right, 10 right. Okay. So let's see how to do it. So here, inhale, exhale, go down, touch your left feet, then right, come behind, you can slightly lean behind. Here, inhale, 2, perfect. 3, nice smile on your face. 4, perfect. 5 and 6. Okay, we change the side. The only reason to keep a smile on your face is that it gives you more and more positive vibes in your body. So whatever you do, you enjoy that part of the session. 3, 4 and 5. The last time 6. Same way you can take 5. If you're comfortable with 5, 6, 10, 20 according to your comfort level. Perfect. I think our body is already warmed up now. So let's move further to Surya Namaskar. If still you think that your body is not warmed up, you can just add few more exercises like jumping jacks here. Like you can just add, like where I had said 5 times, you can just multiply it by 2, like 10 times you do. So the more your body is warmed up, the more fluency you will get in performing any exercises. So let's see how to perform Surya Namaskar now.
Stand at the front of your mat with your hands in Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling, raise your arms above your head and bend your upper body backward. Exhaling, bend forward, bringing your chest towards your thighs and your hands towards the floor. Inhaling, lunge your left leg straight back behind you. Exhaling to plank position, stepping your right leg back. Bend your elbows, lowering your chest and chin to the floor. Hold your breath. Inhaling, raise your head and rib cage up. Exhale, tucking your toes and lifting your hips up. Inhale into the lunge pose again, stepping your left foot forward. Exhale into the standing forward bend again. Inhale into the arms reaching upward pose again. Exhale, completing the sun salutation by returning to the standing position.
The first asana which we are going to perform today is Tadasana, for which you have to keep a gap of 5 fingers between your feet here. It should not be more than shoulder width. It should be slightly less than a shoulder width here, in that matter. Okay, so the second step is you have to keep raising your hands by the side laterally up. As it reaches the shoulder level, turn your palms towards the sky or the ceiling. Keep raising it up above the head. As your hands reaches above your head, interlock your fingers. Turn your palms towards the sky. Slightly give a stretch upwards and get on your toes. If you are uncomfortable to maintain this position, you can also keep your feet down on the floor, the entire feet down on the floor, and stretch your hands up here. But the ideal position to perform Tadasana is raising it on the toe. Heel should be raised up. Maintain this position for 30 seconds before we release the posture. And at the same time, please make sure you also keep a smile on your face, which will give you more and more positive vibes. This asana helps in increasing the height, strengthens your lower limbs, that is thigh, knee, ankles, and there are many more advantages in performing Tadasana. Now slowly, 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then release your heel down first. Release the hands down. First get in line with the shoulders. Then down by the side of your feet. The next asana is a bit tricky when it comes to balancing, and the name of that asana is Vrikshasana. For that, same, you have to keep a gap of 4 to 5 fingers between your feet there. The very important thing while performing Vrikshasana is you have to concentrate on one point, otherwise balancing in that position becomes very difficult. So in that case, what you need to do out here is take a point in front of the wall, if there is a wall in front of you, and keep gazing at that point till you release that pose. Okay? So what you need to do out here is count 1, you have to keep your feet apart, 5 fingers gap between your feet. You have to raise your leg, first comes first, raise your leg, keep your leg on the upper thigh and the fingers pointing the floor. Count 2, raise your hands by the side of your shoulders, keep raising it up. Get your palms in Namaskar Mudra up and just hold this position for 30 seconds. I repeat, please make sure you keep a smile on your face. If maintaining this position is difficult, you can just get down your hands to Namaskar Mudra slightly in front of your chest. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release your hands first, and using your hands, make sure you keep your feet down slowly and firmly. Okay. Same thing, we'll be doing it with our other leg, that is right leg. First come first again. Right leg on your left thigh. Here. Make sure you balance yourself properly. Keep gazing at the point. Raise your hands by the side, above your head. Hold this position for 30 seconds. If this is difficult, again I repeat, you can get these hands in Namaskar Mudra. If this is also difficult, you can just get back in aeroplane mode here, like you're flying in the air. Now slowly hold this position for more 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly keep your leg down. So now just getting Vishram. Close your eyes and feel the changes which are occurring in your body, like the blood circulation throughout your arms, the steadiness of mind, the engagement of thigh muscle, ankle muscle. So what we are going to perform today is the third asana, that is Prasarit Pad Uttanasana. In simple words, it is called as forward bend. For that, what you need to do is you have to keep your feet apart like this, more than shoulder width here. Okay, this is the front view. If you want to look at the side view, you can look at teacher Nancy or Vijayasri who are standing behind me. Now on count 2, you have to raise your hands in line with your shoulders up. Again I repeat, keep a smile on your face. Now bend in your hips and go down like you're flying in the air there. Here. As you reach in line with the waist or parallel to the floor. Just maintain this position for 2 to 3 seconds. Now, just get your right hand down, place it in the center of the 2 feet, palms on the mat, and keep gazing at the middle of the left hand, middle finger of the left hand. Up, twist yourself, feel the twist in your left oblique. Just maintain there for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moving on to the other side. Now raise your right hand up and left palm on the mat. Twist yourself on the right side. Keep looking at your middle finger or the right hand up. Maintain this position. Feel the stretch. Enjoy the stretch. You are getting it on your side of the stomach, that is oblique region. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's try it bit in an attractive way, in a dynamic way. We'll just do it continuously. 1 up, then 2. We'll do 5 times to our left and 5 times to our right. Please make sure whenever you are twisting yourself, you have to exhale and coming to the center, inhale. There. So keep going for 2 more times. Here and up. Slowly get down, get your hands in line with the shoulders and parallel to the floor. Slowly come up. Relax your feet. Get it together, hands by the side of your waist. Getting in the Vishram. Just relax yourself. Close your eyes. Again, try to scan your entire body. Feel the changes occurring. We are going to see today is bit of sitting asana as well as sleeping asana. So here the intensity level will be bit high compared to what we have done in the first 3 asanas. For that, it is a combination of 2 asanas. So we'll be going down to Halasana first and then Paschimottanasana. Let me briefly tell you what is Halasana. Halasana is a plow pose. Hindi में कहा जाए तो हल. Okay. The shape of that pose is like a hull or a plow. You can say that way. Okay. So let's see how to just go about it. In that case, first you have to just lie down on your back. Hands close to your body and feet together. Okay. So first comes the first. First we have to go in Halasana. Then we have to go in Paschimottanasana. After this, you'll get to know what is Halasana and what is Paschimottanasana. Okay. Just get into Halasana. 1, you have to go down. This is a ideal Halasana. Okay. Now slowly getting your feet in front. Try to touch your hands to the toes here. Okay. This is a slower version of this. Now we have to do this dynamically both together in a momentum. Okay. So we have to go in Halasana back and straight away into Paschimottanasana. Down. Again back and down. Because of few reasons, because of back injury, those who have any back injury and doctor have preferably told you not to perform this asana, please don't take a risk of doing this asana. In that case, if anybody is perfect but cannot just reach the ideal position of halasana, what they can do is they can adopt Ardha Halasana and directly go into Paschimottanasana. Let's see what is Ardha Halasana and Paschimottanasana. This is Ardha Halasana. You have to hold your feet here because for most of the people and those who are beginners, taking this feet entirely above your head, behind the head is very difficult. So that you can keep it here in 90 degree and then pushing it down to Paschimottanasana. You have to get down. Make sure you try to touch your head to the knees and just touch your hands to the feet. Okay. Let's see how to do it continuously. Ardha Halasana and down to Paschimottanasana. Okay. Back to Ardha Halasana and Paschimottanasana. We have to do 3 sets of this. Ideally, you have to do the ideal posture of Halasana and then go down to Paschimottanasana. Again, I repeat, anybody having any acute or chronic back injury, please avoid doing this asana. Instead of that, you can simply do Paschimottanasana just by holding it there. Is that clear? Now let's see how to perform this asana in 3 different ways according to the flexibility of the body. 1. Okay. The first thing is like those who can just raise their feet at this height is absolutely fine. Please don't overstretch yourself. You can even raise it slightly above here. Okay, the very important part is you have to just make sure you at least raise it a centimeter up. Okay, the second way of doing is you have to get your feet in 90-degree here. This is called as Ardha Halasana. The third is the ideal way of Halasana is touching your toes behind your head. Okay. Now here to go in Paschimottanasana. So this is the highest flexibility which you can see out here, wherein she is touching her forehead to the knee and she is holding her feet with both the hands. Okay, here she could not touch the feet out here. This is the flexibility level. Those who cannot just reach that level, please don't overstretch. Be in your limits. Slowly, your flexibility will increase. The third level is here. You can also be in this position. Not necessary on the very first day, or those who are beginners, they have to just reach the final position on the very first day. Slowly, as you keep on practicing this particular asana, that is Paschimottanasana, you will be able to reach the final stage. We'll see it all together, okay? Continuously. Halasana, back, and Paschimottanasana. Can you see these three people doing it in a different way? Like she is doing an ideal way. Her flexibility is much lesser than teacher Lency, and teacher Vijay's flexibility is a bit more than Sir Ashish. So you can do this in three different ways. 1, 2. 1, 2. Next asana which we are going to see today is Parivritta Sukhasana. Sukhasana is a cross-leg sitting posture. So you have to just sit on the mat with your legs crossed here. Okay. Hands resting on the knees. You have to make sure you touch your thumb to the index finger here like this, making a 0. Okay, other fingers will remain straight. Palms facing the sky, back straight. Relax your shoulders by rotating it behind, which will make the spine erect. We have to make sure before we perform any asana, we need to get the stability right. So here, Parivritta Sukhasana. Parivritta meaning revolve, meaning turning, twisting posture, and Sukhasana is a easy, comfortable sitting posture. So the way you are sitting now, this posture is called as Sukhasana. So here, in Parivritta Sukhasana, we need to raise our hands by the side up, slowly up. Keep your left hand on the right knee and right hand right behind your back here, and slowly pushing with your left hand on the knee, twist yourself back and look at the wall which is placed behind. Hold this position for 30 seconds before we release and move on to the other side. Please make sure that you keep your breathing going normally. Don't obstruct your breath at any point of time, which might lead to an injury. At the same time, make sure you feel the changes occurring in your body. For last 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just release. Raise your left hand first up. Keep it on the left knee. Right hand up. And on the right knee. Slowly raising it again. Moving on with the other side. Place your right hand on the left knee. And left hand right behind your back in the center. And twist back. Hold again here for 30 more seconds. Feel the twist in your obliques. Please relax yourself. Keep a smile on your face. Please don't overstretch. Be in your comfort and hold that position for 30 seconds. Slowly, those who can shift their hands more behind, wherein you will feel more twist to your oblique. For last 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release your hand. Right hand will come on right knee and left hand will come on left knee. Now close your eyes for few seconds. Feel the circulation of the blood in your arms, in your stomach. Breathe. Relax yourself. And for 5, 4, 2, 1. Now moving further, we are going to perform 2 pranayamas. The first which we will be performing is Brahmari and then Anulom Vilom. Before we start doing it, I'll show you in brief how to perform this Brahmari and Anulom Vilom pranayama. Let's start with Brahmari first. For that, you need to keep both your hands relaxed on your knees in Gyan Mudra, that is index finger touching the thumb and other fingers will remain straight facing the sky. Back erect straight. Take a point in front of your eyes. Close your eyes. Between the eyebrows, take a point and keep gazing at that point. Now, in Brahmari Pranayama, you have to just join your middle finger and ring finger together. Place it on your eyes gently. Please make sure you don't press it hard. Keep your index finger on your forehead and the pink finger, that is small finger, by the side of your lips, and thumb will come on your ears. From here, you have to inhale first and exhale, taking a buzzing sound like a honeybees from your throat. You have to just stress your throat up. So let's start. Let's see how to do it. Inhale. Slowly release your hand. This was all about Brahmari Pranayama. Now let's see how to perform Anulom Vilom. To perform Anulom Vilom, you have to keep your thumb on your right nostril. You have to first breathe in through your left and closing that left nostril from the other side. You have to open your thumb out, meaning open your right nostril and exhale through right. The same procedure will start with right nostril, wherein you will inhale from your right, close your right nostril and exhale through left. So on the right nostril, a thumb will come, and on the left nostril, you have to place your small finger, or you can keep both, small and the ring finger together like this. It depends on you, how you prefer to take it. So let's start. Let's see how to do it. You inhale through left, close your left nostril and exhale through right. Keep your eyes closed, take a point between your eyebrows and focus. Now inhale through right and exhale through left. You need to continue this for 10 times. So we are doing Brahmari Pranayama for 3 times and Anulom Vilom for 3 times. So let's do it all together. Now let's do both the pranayamas together. But we start with the Brahmari. For that, keep your back erect, hands on your knees, in Gyan Mudra, palms facing the sky. Place your thumb on your ears, close your ears, close your eyes with the middle and the ring finger, and other fingers will come up and down. Inhale, and start. Same way, you can just continue this for 3 or 5 times according to your capacity. Now, as I had told you before, after you finish performing Brahmari Pranayama, keep your eyes closed, feel the circulation of blood, Feel the relief or relief of stress from your mind. Your focus level increases. Slowly maintain this position for more 5 seconds before we go on to perform Anulom Vilom. Inhale, exhale. Keep breathing normally. The last time, inhale and exhale. Now keeping your eyes closed, we move on to Anulom Vilom. To perform Anulom Vilom 10 times from your left nostril, inhale, and 10 times from your right nostril. To perform Anulom Vilom for 3 times, that is 3 sets or 5 sets according to your convenience or your comfort. Keep your right thumb on your right nostril. Inhale through left. Close your left nostril and exhale through right. Go for deep inhalation. Inhale through right now. Close your right nostril and exhale through left. Continue the same way for more 9 times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly keep your hands back to normal in both the hands on the arm on both the knees. Keep your back erect. Feel the changes in your body. Calm yourself down. Relax your body. Breathe normally. Inhale. Deep inhalation 3 times. And exhale. Feel the body getting relaxed. Feel the calmness in your body. Feel the peace of mind. Inhale. Exhale. Without opening your eyes, keep your hands wide, relax. Keep some gap between your feet and hands relaxed by the side. You can keep your head straight or keep it to your left or to your right side. When you are feeling the comfort, you need to just judge on your own or make out on your own where you are getting the most relaxation. Just focus on your breath. Feel the tummy or the stomach coming up and down. Every inhalation, the stomach is coming up, and the exhalation, the stomach is going down. Slowly try to feel the body getting lighter and lighter, as if you're floating up in the air above the mat. Your limbs, your thigh muscles, your skeletal muscles, your brain, everything is getting lighter and lighter and lighter. Just relax yourself there. Just maintain this position for around 4 to 5 minutes. Relax, just inhale normally and exhale. At the same time, please make sure you feel the inhalation as well as exhalation. Relax. Inhale. bend your right knee towards your buttock, straight back, push it to your left side, and using your hands, get back to Sukhasana. Please make sure you keep your eyes closed. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. With a feeling of gratitude, we end this today's session with 3-time Omkar chanting. Inhale and exhale. The next inhalation will start with Omkar chanting. Inhale. 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 Keep your eyes closed for 5 more seconds. Feel the changes in your body. 3, 2, 1. Slowly rubbing your palms each other. Place it on your eyelids. Slowly open your eyes. Yoga helps in creating a balance in your life. It is about balancing your senses, balancing your body, mind and soul in order to live healthy and live with peace. Hope everybody will practice these asanas on a regular basis and make yoga as a part of your journey of life. Till then, be safe, be at home. Namaste.